to be called a narcissist and a bitch in psychosis,
and you're an energy leech.
One thing I do want to clear up, it make perfectly clear.
Monét Talks.
Y'all, so many of us out here are delaying seeking healthcare because they're overwhelming. So many things, fine print, blah, 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 blah. But that's why we love Ro, because they clear their path by starting with a free insurance check to see which, if any, GLP-1 medications are covered by their insurance. We love, 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 love Ro. If you want to see if you're covered, just submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. No paperwork, no hassle, no waiting on hold. Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so you can make a decision that's right for your goals. In fact, nearly half of all Ro members have insurance coverage. If I had needed this product, it's what I'd use. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. If you're navigating anxiety, depression, relationship issues, postpartum struggles, or something else, you deserve care that meets you where you are. Growth Therapy is designed to help you find a therapist who fits your needs and supports the way you want to feel. Grow makes it easier to find the right therapist for you. They connect you with thousands of independent licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions. You can search by insurance provider, specialty, treatment methods, and more to find a therapist who's the right fit for you. And if it's not the right match, switching is easy, girl. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Find therapy on your time, evenings, weekends, virtual, in person. Book directly into provider calendars and cancel up to 24 hours in advance at no cost. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/Monét today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/Monét. growtherapy.com/Monét. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Monét Talks. Everybody come sit down, let's have a chat. Monét Talks. Living life gossip, chop it up, this or that. Monét Talks. Get comfortable, cause you on the show. Monét Talks. We just wanna know where you been, who you been with. Monét Talks.
Y'all, today I sit down with my sister who has mastered the art of perfection and maybe invented it. She's a designer, a diva, a drag race champion, a Marvel superhero, and a walking dissertation on what it means to be that bitch. From the workroom to Wakanda, from lip sync assassins to runaway philosopher, she is proof that drag isn't just performance, it's power, politics, and polish under pressure. We have my girl, Miss Shea Couleé.
Hey, what's up, Monét?
Hey, Shea.
Oh, I'm so excited to be on the couch.
I am so happy you are here. I'm happy this worked out.
I know.
The queen is always busy, always trying around town. So you were in LA and we got the chance to do this. I'm very happy that you're here.
Yes, same. I'm like, oh, I love what you've done with the place.
Thank you. We did it just for you.
Thank you.
Can I tell you? So you walked up today and I was like, yo, I don't think I've ever seen you with such a low Caesar.
I've just been going shorter and shorter and shorter.
Why?
And like literally last week, I was just like, you know what? Let's go. I actually used to wear my hair like this when I was like 10.
Oh, got you.
And I don't know. I guess I just wanted to, I've been going through therapy. So, you always talk about connecting with your inner child. And I was just like, you know what? My inner child had a short ass Caesar. So let me cut this shit off.
Well, because you are one of these girls Shea has hair. I'm always because as someone who is hairily challenged, when I see the girl is with all this hair, I'm always just like, one day.
I know.
I wish upon a star.
My partner is also bald and beautiful. And sometimes I'll like be complaining because, I keep it pretty short. But I'm just like, God, it grows so fast. It's like, I got to cut it every week. He's like, oh.
You must be hard.
He said, oh, you got hair.
Well, also the girls who have like a lot of hair like you, Naomi, other girls, I'm like, putting on wigs sounds like, I am, for that thing, I am grateful that I don't have to deal with hair and wigs. That's annoying.
Yeah, because I'm just all like, also, it's just like, it really does distort the shape of your head under a wig. And I was like recently doing Twitch live stream with Pheromone where we were doing like a rewatch of season 9. And I'm looking, I was just like, girl, your head looks so crazy in them wigs. 'Cause I had that high top and them wigs were sitting up like, I was like, what are you doing?
Well, that's why I thought you only wears like these crazy things because you have all that hair.
Yeah, all that hair, girl.
All that hair.
Yes.
Shea, I did not know that you had 5 siblings. I think I did know that, but I've lost that in my mindscape.
Yeah.
You're the youngest of 5 siblings.
Yeah, I'm the baby of 5 siblings.
And are any of your other siblings queer?
No.
You're the only gay one.
I'm the only gay one. Lame. Lame.
That's so great. Out of 5 siblings, only one gay baby.
Yeah, only one gay baby. But you know what? I'm like, honestly, I don't know if there would be enough room for 2 of us, because I'm already so I know my mom looks at me in comparison to my other siblings and she's just all like, damn, you so much. Like, I can't imagine if there was more than one. It would be crazy.
Well, I was like to my mom, I'm like, because like, you know, when I came out, you know, I was like, and you know, moms always say they know. I'm like, girl, if you knew, why didn't you tell me? Why don't you give me a heads up what the situation was? You know what I mean?
Right.
Moms always know, girl, tell me that, but give me a little, like, you know, just so you know. I think.
Same, because my mama loves to spill the tea. I'm like, girl, why didn't you spill it to me?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm your baby.
I'm your fucking
I'm
baby.
supposed to be your main bitch. And you're not telling me?
So Shea, I think your drag aesthetic is synonymous, a lot of people would say, with like perfection. You're very polished and like, which is the Couleé brand that you've built.
Yeah.
Was that intentional or was it a happy accident?
It was not intentional. And I don't even know if it's a happy accident because I feel like I never really strived for perfection. I just always wanted to try and present my best. Because that's also just kind of like my mom growing up. She was always just really great about supporting us as kids and just being like, look, just as long as you do your best, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
you just need to show up for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it, you know, it turned into this brand of like polish and perfection. And now that I'm getting older, there are parts of me that wants to like release that, because I feel like so many people have this expectation for everything to just be so perfect and polished. And I think sometimes I create barriers for myself because I'm like, oh, you know, you can't do that, or you can't release that, or you can't put that out because it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm just all like, not everything is gonna be. So that's kind of like one of the things that I'm working on right now in my own life, is trying to like let go of trying to be so perfect and be like, it's okay to be messy.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I'm taking that same lesson to kind of bring that for me into like music, because I feel like music, as we've talked so much offline, music is such a crazy thing. The amount of money and investment and time and patience you take to create music, and you put out a project. And these days, because I've been watching all Lizzo's little like lives about like the industry and all that stuff, and I'm trying to think of like, obviously I want things to sound perfect and be perfect, but sometimes just getting on there and just like putting it out there and let it just exist in that space. If it doesn't have to be the most perfect sounding thing or the most perfect choreo, like just like do the thing out there. But it's so hard.
It's about intention. I think that's what's important, is just like, as long as your intention is in the right place, then that's what matters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Is there, I've thought about this too. Like, I look at people like RuPaul and shit. I'm like, what age do I think I'm going to stop doing drag? Do you have an age for that, a number?
I had tweeted this back in my Twitter days. I forgot. No, actually, I didn't tweet it. I had done an interview. I think actually Sarah set this one up.
I love the Shea Couleé laugh. The little sneaky, shady laugh.
So I did this interview, and they were just kind of talking about the future, where I saw my drag. And I told them, I was like, you know, I really don't see myself doing drag past the age of 40. Which is closer than you in love. Because I also, I think, gosh, I was like maybe like 29 when I did this interview. And because I was just all like, this shit hurts.
It hurts.
And I'm like, I could feel myself starting to experience the effects of aging. And I was like, and I'm like looking at I'm like, 10 years from now, shit, I don't know if I have it. But Yeah, I said in that interview 40. People were mad because they were somehow equating it to me saying that 40 is old, and so by that time nobody is interested anymore. And I was just all like, no, more so my body's not interested anymore. So yeah, I got about like a good 3 years left.
Well, girl, I look at like the other queens, like, you know, like Jackie Beat and Kevin Aviance, all these queens who have had to have double knee replacements and double hip replacement because of the toll that drag takes on your body, girl. Wearing these heels, walking around and staying, like, it really takes a toll on your body. People will be like, well, girl, but whatever, if you love it. I'm like, yeah, but my body doesn't love it.
Yeah, it's the same with like athletes.
Yeah.
Most of them are retired by the time that they're 40.
Yes.
Because of all of the stress that they put their bodies through doing their job.
Yeah.
Drag is exactly the same.
It really is.
Exactly.
Like dancers, like most dancers stop, not stop, but I think, you know, I went to school with a lot of dancers. I went to performing arts school, and like the goal, like they're like, yeah, I'm gonna like. It was understanding that after like 35-ish, you transition to being a choreographer because your body just can't handle that crazy rigmarole of being a professional dancer like past that age, because you're like stretching and kicking and splitting and dipping and doing
all of that. Girl, I went to the Dula Peep show last night and I was looking at them dancers just like, oh, they were putting in the work. I mean, she was too.
Yeah.
Like, good on her. But I was just like, I don't think they've stopped sweating once.
Girl.
I was like 2 hours straight running up and down that stage and doing all that and lifting her. And I was like, girl, this is hard.
Yeah. I was someone on YouTube the other day and I saw that, what award show was it? But Ciara performing recently, she did her new song Level Up. And, you know, no shade, at this stage in her life, the dancers were doing more of the heavy lifting and choreo, you know, and she was coming in for like an 8 count and then pose and serve and pose and serve for like 4 8 counts. Then coming for another 8.
Yes.
And then, because like, girl, Ciara's what? How old is Ciara Dalton? 42, 43? No, like, Ciara's 39? What? How old was she when she...
Wait.
That can't be right.
Accurate?
Dalton, Ciara, now Dalton...
I know who Ciara is. She was born October 25th, 1985.
Whoa, I did not know Ciara was 39. Okay, and I was like...
we weren't trying to age Cece or anything like that. Because we were teenagers.
Yes, when she was...
1 2 Step came out.
Exactly.
Not realizing that she too was a teenager. I am gagged.
Mind blown. What year did 1 2 Step come out?
2004.
So that means she was 19.
She was 20.
20.
Because she was born in 84. Wait, 85, you said?
Like 19 or 20.
Yeah, so like 19, 20. Damn.
Wow. So she was a whoa.
Baby. Damn, Cece.
Damn, Cece.
Damn, Cece. I'm like, so she was like, I was like, damn, so she was like mid to late 20s when she came out with Promise. I have goosebumps. That's a grown lady.
Promise is good.
That's a grown woman ass song.
Yes.
So I'm like,
yes. Also, Ride.
Yes.
He let away, I'm riding.
Did you see that video of her little girl singing that?
Yeah.
And she's like, don't.
Yeah. She was like, what's your favorite song of Mommy? She was like, he let away, I'm riding.
I was like, well, right. I said, but them your songs. Them your songs, diva.
So Shea, okay, what before I talk about some new stuff, I also want to talk about, can I just say, what in my humble opinion, I think a lot of the world probably feels this too, my favorite Shea Couleé look of all time was your episode 1 All-Star 7 Valentino look.
Oh my gosh.
Because I remember being in the workroom when you pulled that thing and I was like, this fucking bitch on the first episode. Shea was in there. You were gluing the prosthetics. Do people know? Did you say that those were ear prosthetics, y'all?
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it that they were, the ear prosthetics with the big kind of
with the
stretched
big
lobes. Yeah.
Jade.
The jade inserts. Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the thing, put my little windbreaker little thing on. And I'm seeing, I'm like, this girl is growing prosthetics on her ear. And then you pulled out the hair. And I was like, well, but it was so when you conceptualize looks like that, like how much of it is you at home, like thinking, sketching, blah, 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 because you are a visual.
Yeah. So every runway, like, you know, in preparing for a Drag Race, every runway, I just start a Pinterest board.
Pinterest board.
And so then I just start thinking about keywords and aesthetics and time periods that I'm like trying to channel. And I just start searching, researching, and just start pulling images and images and images. And then like once I start to kind of narrow in on things, then I'll kind of like sketch something up. And then from that point, then I'll be like, okay, of the designers in my network, whose strengths play to this specific look, and then I'll hit them up and be like, hey girl, are you free? And normally they're all like, yeah, I'm working on outfits for other bitches, but I can squeeze you in. They're like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just always kind of been the process. One of the first things that I always do is just like research, just pull as many images, go through magazines, anything. And then once they start like kind of like sparking those ideas, I'm like, okay, yeah. This is the vibe. But that one, I just remembered that I was like, I really, really wanted to do this Valentino moment. We had kind of like started a relationship with them over the pandemic. And so then we were like, hey, I know when you guys like typically when you guys loan clothes to people, it's for like a couple of days. I'm going to be gone for 6 weeks. Is it possible for me to hold on to this for this long? And the approvals process, the different people that it had to go through, they had to like fly it out from like Florence because it was like in their archives. And then I had to go to like Beverly Hills and then like do this. Like they closed the store. Like I was literally like, oh my God. It's like, this is how they be doing this for like the girls. Like I went in, they had champagne and like it was like the windows and they like, they were like, we're drawing the blinds, closing it all down. And then I was literally in there with like a tailor, just like doing this fitting.
That's so
it was cunty. It was really cunty.
Word.
Yeah. And it was just beautiful. And we just put it on and there was no alts or anything like that. It just like went on and we were like, all right, perfect.
Yeah. So what do you say to the fans who watch Drag Race? They're like, well, it wasn't made. She got it pulled. That's not really doing runway for Drag Race.
You try it. That's all I'm like, you try it. Okay? If it's so easy, you do it.
Yeah, I hate that shit so much. I'm like, first of all, y'all don't even understand how this all works.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a process.
Y'all don't understand. What's her name? I think, who was it? I don't remember who it was. Someone recently, she spent close to like $60,000 or $70,000 for their runway package. I'm like,
yeah,
this spending, that is a nice down payment on a house.
Yeah, that is literally exactly where my mind went.
And you're spending this on, like, I just don't know where we're going. Like, what is the end goal by season 22? What, girls gonna be taking out over $100,000 for a package?
Spending them because I'm like, okay, think about this. If you invest $60,000 into your prize package, and there is a 1 in 14 chance that you're gonna come out with $100,000, but after you win that $100,000, they're gonna take the taxes out, so then you're gonna be left with $70,000. So you're gonna do all of that for $10,000.
Like, no. But it's also, you know, these designers these days are getting crazy. Brooklyn Heights posted a story about a designer who that she wanted to hit them up. She wanted something made. So she DM'd them and like, oh my God, I love this. I would like to talk about a thing. And the designer doesn't start. The conversation doesn't start. His base entry level dollar amount is $7,000.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
I you know your worth.
That
being said, I guess I am not worthy because that it's just not fiscally responsible. Like, I'm too grown to be spending that much, and the way that I have to like try and do the math when it comes to like, you know, investing in looks. I'll be like, okay, so how many times do I need to wear this to kind of like make that money back?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how many gigs do I have to do? And if you divide that up by the number of gigs, then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I paid this much to wear it for this gig, and that came out of the total. So, like, that's how I try to do the math. I try, because I'm like, I be wearing the shit.
Oh, same.
Because also, and it's crazy too when when people want to be like, oh my God, I've seen that look before, and you're gonna see it again.
You're gonna see it again and again.
You're gonna see it.
Girl, on the pit stop, I wore my Also I 7 entrance look, right? And I had not worn it since I wore it on Drag Race for that one episode.
Yeah.
The comments were like, oh, girl, please, do new stuff. We've seen it before. I'm like, I paid like a good coin for that. I'm gonna wear it. Like if the fucking sweater you bought from Zara, you're wearing it 3 times a month. But I can't wear my couture piece that designer made me
spent thousands of dollars on, and I'm only supposed to wear it once.
One time. Oh, it's so upsetting to me.
I'm like, girl, put the clothes on.
Put the clothes on. So Shea Couleé, you have entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Slug.
Girl.
That is so badass. When you did the audition, you got the call. When you did the audition, got the call back. What was like the first feeling? Like, what was the first thing that came into your stomach?
I remember getting the call back and being like, okay. I was like, okay, like I made it through like the first round. I didn't know like who I was like up against, who I was like going up against, and I later on found out that there were like some like Emmy winners that I was like up against in the and I literally was like, wait, what?
That's so fierce.
But the thing that I think set me apart is, it's I remember being in school, and one of my acting teachers was just talking about being a casting director and how sometimes casting directors don't want to have to think too much. They want you to kind of really be able to set the scene for them and everything like that. So I put together a whole look.
Really?
So I was really already kind of setting in the DNA of Slug just through the audition. Like I had on like black tactical gear. I had on long nails. I had on like a do-rag and like long braids and a beat.
Word.
And I was just like, this is the hacker I'm gonna give you. Like this is what I want to show you. And I think that really was what set me apart from other people, because I'm sure a lot of these actors were logging into those Zoom callbacks and just like their t-shirt or whatever, and I'm like lit, ring lights, fully beat, like hey. And I remember too, I did the callback. We were on there and it was just like everybody. It was all the like directors and the executive producers and like Kevin Feige, like all of them. And
that is so fierce.
I literally read the sides twice, no feedback. They were like, thank you, click. And I was like, oh. Like I barely even got to say thank you and like bye. And I remember just being like, I didn't get that. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. And then a week later, my friend Sam, who directed the first 3 episodes.
Oh, your friend Sam.
Yeah, so me and Sam go way back. Like, we've known each other since we were 18 years old. And
from college?
Fierce. We met at Columbia our freshman year, and we were just like, I was living on her couch when I started drag, like literally sleeping on her couch. When Shea Couleé was birthed, I was like doing drag on the floor of her apartment. And so she FaceTimes me and she has this like little look, and I was just like, oh. And so she totally did her big one and had me being like, okay, she's about to tell me I didn't get it. And then she was just all like, so you got the job.
What?
And I think that is probably one of the only times in my life I've been like, frozen, speechless. Like I didn't, so much so that she thought that the phone froze because I was like, hello? But I was so gagged because I didn't see that coming for like the callback. I was like, oh, they didn't like me. And her, I was just all like, whoa. So it was just really I just remember just like this rush of just like a million thoughts and questions and just so much going on. I'm like, what is this experience even gonna be like? Because, you know, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I've never done scripted before. I've never done anything like this before.
Yeah. Marvel.
Yeah, girl.
The MCU. The biggest fucking, I'm going to say fashion house, production, whatever, in the world right now.
It's
That's
crazy. Yeah, I really felt like I hacked the system in that moment.
Wait, so what is Slug in the comic books, or was Slug written for Ironheart?
So Slug was written for Ironheart. There is a character named Slug that does exist in the MCU, but they are different. They're like a mobster, and there was there's multiple ways that they were trying to write the character. At first, I was supposed to be like a master of disguise, and I think that's also why they liked the like drag aspect and the fact that I could like do these different looks. But then they like, because it was supposed to be two different characters, and then they brought them together, and they were like, okay, they're going to be this like hacker, and they weren't even thinking about really my vibe, but when I went in there and like did the callback, they said that there was a lot of back and forth. People, it was really polarizing, but they said that Kevin Feige got the last word, and he was just all like, I want Shea. And I was like, well, I'll take it.
So you said you put the Shea Couleé print on the MCU. What's like a fierce thing that you fought to keep as Slug, despite studio notes? Like, was there a choice you were making that the studio was like, nah? You're like, no, I'm telling y'all, this needs to stay in, and this is the tea.
I'm really thankful for Sam being there to advocate for me. Also, Chinaka Hodge, she was a big advocate. She was our writer and showrunner. I definitely was just all like, I will be doing my own makeup.
Okay, right.
As we did like screen tests, and
did someone else do your makeup?
They did, and you know, we were sitting there, and like, you know, it's like me and Sam, because we're buddies. We're just like looking at each other like, and we're all there together. And she's texting me like, "So what do you think?" And I'm like, do you think I could do it myself? Like, let's try a screen test with that. And they were like, yeah, okay. I remember one day we were like filming a scene, and like somebody on the crew was just like so gagged by the highlighter on my cheeks. They're like, that shimmery thing that you do on your cheek is so crazy. I was like, highlighter? I was like, yeah, girl, get into it. Kimchi chic beauty.
Yes. So I'm crossing my fingers, my toes, every extremity that Slug is a recurring character in the MCU. We're going to see her in Avengers Doomsday. Yes. They're going to be doing something in Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
But if Slug does become a recurring character, do you think, or would you want to have like full like combat like scenes and you in full geesh?
I would love to do fight choreography, because I realized too, like once I got in, I was like, oh, I'm the hacker, so I'm not going to be doing any like stunts or anything like that, but I would love to get my hands dirty. Like, I would love to be flipping around and you know, and being on set watching those scenes get like filmed, it's just so cool, and it's fun to you know, see your castmates and like friends like flipping these grown men around and then crashing through things. I was just like, I want to do that. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, girl. I mean, I also can imagine how scary it was, because y'all filmed it, and then pandemic happened, and it was that big. It
was during the pandemic. We actually filmed it right after. No, not right after. During. While All-Star 7 was airing.
Oh.
So it was that summer of 2022. That we filmed it. But then it was like, you know, we shot the project for 5 months.
Right.
And then after that, nothing.
Right.
We didn't hear anything.
Why was it paused for so long?
I still to this day don't know. That's above my pay grade. But like, like literally did. And it was like, they just went so silent that we were all like, is that show gonna come?
Yeah.
and then finally, like, and then it all just happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Same way, kind of like Drag Race, where like, they kind of leave you film Drag Race, and then you don't hear nothing from them for months and months and months and months. Nothing, not an email, nothing. And then all of a sudden they're like, all right, like full steam ahead. We're going promo, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it was out. It was crazy. That 3 years went by like that. Yeah.
Monét Talks.
Hey, I know the episode was so good, right? You're so mad at you being interrupted. Well, I'm here for an important message. These are my current live dates where you can see me in person, being that girl, being gorgeous, being fabulous. Yes, all of these dates. So if you want to see your girl in person, go to monetexchange.com/live.
Monét Talks.
Okay, so I know y'all are out here delaying seeking healthcare because you're scared of it. Healthcare is scary. It's very overwhelming. There's a lot of fine print. There are endless calls, texts. Girl, the texting is getting wild. And there's confusion about what's actually covered. But that's why we love Ro. They cleared that path by starting with a free insurance check to see which, if any, GLP-1 medications are covered by their insurance. No guesswork, no hassle, no paperwork. So you can just feel good about taking the next step. If you want to see if you're covered, just submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. They ain't got no paperwork. They got no hassles. There's no waiting on hold. Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so you can make a decision that's right for your goals. In fact, nearly half of all Ro members have insurance coverage. When you become a Ro member, you'll have support throughout the entire process. You'll have access to your provider on demand for any questions, and you can join the over 500,000 people who've trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. If I had needed this product, that's what I'd use. Go to ro.co/Monét for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/Monét to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications.
Monét Talks.
If you're navigating anxiety, depression, relationship issues, challenges, postpartum struggles, best friend woes, you mad at your boss, you deserve care that meets you where you are. And that's why I love Grow Therapy, because it's designed to help you find a therapist who fits your needs and supports the way you want to feel. Grow makes it easier to find the right therapist just for you, girl. They connect you with thousands of independent, licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions. You can search by insurance, provider, specialty, treatment methods, and many, many more to find a therapist who's the right fit for you. And if it's not the right match, baby, switching is easy. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Find therapy on your time. Evenings, weekends, evening weekends, whatever you want, virtual or in person, book directly into your provider calendars, and you can cancel up to 24 hours in advance at no cost. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/Monét today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/Monét. growtherapy.com/Monét. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Monét Talks.
Okay, I want to play a game. It's called Wakanda or Walk On By.
Yes.
So obviously, your drag is a love letter to Black women, Black excellence, and camp. So I'm going to name an iconic Black pop culture moment.
Uh-huh.
And you have to say whether it should be canonized, Wakanda, or left in the past, Walk On By.
Okay.
Okay. Destiny's Child survivor outfits.
Oh, wait, which one?
Wakanda's a good one.
Which one? Because I'm like, okay, are we talking video? Are we talking
the video when they're in that
crawling out the ocean?
Yes.
Yes. That's Wakanda. That's Wakanda. I used to practice that crawl on like the Berber carpet back at my house. So because it was like sandy colored, and I'd be like, I'm like, I'm crawling out of the ocean. My haters tried to kill me.
Tyler Perry wigs. Shamar Moore and
okay, I was about to say, I was like, Medea's or Shamar's. So Medea's is because this is the thing that's crazy.
Medea's wig.
Tyler will always have the best ventilated lace front
for sure.
And them other niggas will be in the most fucked up wigs you done ever seen.
Girl,
So
fighting
Tyler's
for hairlines.
are Wakanda. Good on you, boo. And then everybody else is walk on by.
That's true. Tyler hair be laid, girl.
Sweetie, the most HD lace you done
Literally.
ever seen. Bench lated by hand.
And everybody else is just
shake and go.
Grace Jones photo shoots.
Wakanda.
Right?
Wakanda. Every single last one. Wakanda.
That iconic one you when you were all black.
Oh,
and the black
yes.
so good.
God.
Was that shot by Adam?
That one, there was an earlier one shot by Adam, but that one where I was like dark, like black and purple, that was shot by my friend Broderick.
Work.
Yes.
Work. Megan Thee Stallion twerking in She-Hulk.
I mean, Megan Thee Stallion twerking in anything is Wakanda for me.
Right.
I'm always so impressed. Like mesmerized, hypnotized. I'm just all like, damn, because she's got so much ass, but she moves it so effortlessly.
It's crazy. Eighth one of the world, honestly.
Yes.
She just stands there, just like tensing her calf, her whole like it's so fierce. Also, I'm so happy that she found love with that man.
I know.
It's so beautiful.
She be making him catfish and stuff.
I know. Okay, wait, catfish and spaghetti though.
I was gonna say anything, but catfish and grits.
That sounds great. Catfish and spaghetti?
Because it's like people do the chicken and the spaghetti.
I saw Jollibee.
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with that either. I'm like, why are we having spaghetti? And I'm not knocking anyone's culture. I'm just saying, like, for me, I don't get the spaghetti part of it. I don't love a spaghetti, to be honest.
Too acidic.
Too acidic.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like more of a bolognese.
Love a bolognese. Oh, I've been getting really into lately, cacio e pepe.
Baby, okay, so this is where you really need to fuck it up. Hold on. Next time you get the little cacio e pepe, be like, can y'all put a little steak medallion on there?
A steak medallion on it?
Because everybody wants to do the cacio e pepe with chicken, right?
Chicken, yeah.
I was in Brazil last month, and we had like traveled in. The promoters like picked us up from the airport, and all the girls were like, God, we are so hungry. Can you please take us someplace to get something to eat? They're like, we'll take you to a steakhouse. And they had cacio e pepe with like steak medallions. And I was like, damn, this is so good.
That's
and there's
good.
this place around the corner from my house in Chicago called Bar Roma. Italian place, love it. Go there all the time.
Okay.
Get the cacio
With a
e
steak
pepe.
medallion.
And I literally, it wasn't on the menu, but I was like, so could I get a steak medallion with this cacio e pepe? And he was like, I'll ask the kitchen. And he was like, we can. And let me tell you, it was bussin'.
Okay.
So you know what? If you can't ask, be like, give me a little steak medallion with that cacio e pepe.
Medallion with my shit. Okay.
You know, I'm anemic. I gotta get my red meat. I gotta, get my iron up.
People don't even know Shea is you. Are you more of a baker or a cook? Well, you do both very well.
Yeah, I love to cook more. Dan, my partner, he does more of the baking, but I have like my specifics. So like, I make a mean blueberry pie with vodka butter crust. Get into it. And
wait. So in the crust, you put in like actual like drinking vodka?
Yeah. So you, instead of putting water, you put vodka. So then when it cooks, the more of the alcohol evaporates, and you get like a flakier crust at the end.
See, baking is too much chemistry.
But
it's
that's
literally chemistry.
That's the thing that's so great about a pie crust, because the pie crust is literally butter, flour, vodka, pinch of salt. You literally put it, I'm not even kidding you, the cubed butter with the flour, everything in a blender, and just pulse it. And then it literally whips it into a dough in your blender, girl.
In your blender?
Not even kidding you. So like you give it a couple pulses, in like 30 seconds, you have the dough. You take it out, let it sit in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to cure, and then you roll that shit out, and then put your blueberries and sugar and cinnamon in there.
See, Shea, that's easy for you because you bake. We don't bake, girl. We can't do all that. Dalton's like, no. Dalton would set his house on fire.
Gluten-free.
Are you gluten-free? Oh, excuses, Dalton. Okay, Iyanla fixed my life.
Oh, yes. That's going to be Wakanda. On my watch. You want to know what pop my butt, pop my butt to Harriet Tubman? A whip.
Yama is so unhinged. Obsessed with that lady.
I know.
Obsessed. Mariah Carey's I Don't Know Her.
Oh, Wakanda. That and I've already done enough. That Mariah is...
Girl, she recently did Kiki Palmer's podcast. I was listening to the episode, and to hear her talk about, Mariah Carey's so good at addressing the thing but not talking about it. She basically like addressing her time on American Idol and saying, you know, because she had notoriously a lot of fights with Nicki Minaj, and just like basically saying but not saying, like, she was miserable, she couldn't take it, and like that we're seeing that now, but in all so many words, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, Mariah, you back then, girl.
Nikki.
I know.
I
tough.
Love the beat.
Same.
Love the beat. Thought the beat was cute. It's just so, it's hard to see Nikki just kind of devolve into somebody who is constantly, just like going after other women in like the weirdest ways.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're too talented for that. You are way too talented for that. But also I'm just like, it's about the people that you're around. This industry is tough in the way that it chews women up and spits them out. I just want the best for Nikki, and I want her to be surrounded by people that are actively thinking about her best interest and what's best for her and what's healthy for her.
Yeah.
You know?
And also, it'd be one thing if it was an isolated incident, but every person, like, how?
Yeah.
You know, if everyone around you is a narcissist, maybe you might be the narcissist as well. You know what I mean? Like, well, I thought fucking her because she's a narcissist. Oh, he's one too. And she's I'm like, girl, then what?
Well, then, it's like, well, then maybe you need to sit down and reflect about how you may be attracting these so-called narcissists.
Exactly, girl.
And people like to throw around the word narcissist so much.
Girl.
But I'm just all like, I mean, I don't know if you are in a place to clinically diagnose somebody with something like that.
Like, you're not
a professional.
Everyone is, this is my hot take. Some people are doing too much therapy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Some people do too much therapy.
And some people don't even do the therapy.
You're right. They just
but they see like memes with therapeutic language on Instagram, and then they try and turn around and then weaponize it on other people like they're somehow like healed, and like you're like, girl, actually see a therapist.
they saw one reel that said 10 ways to know that you're dating a narcissist, and I'm like, oh my God, that's totally me. I'm dating a narcissist. I'm like, you're not, girl. Go actually see someone and talk to a real person.
Touch grass.
Okay, Shea, I have to ask you about this. I know people will be like, what did you say? What can you say, or do you want to say, addressing the Monét Couleé drama? Because I want to say this on camera. What I know of Shea Couleé, we've been friends for at least 5-6 years now. And I know you to be a generous, kind, a supportive person. Again, I have never been your drag daughter. I don't live in Chicago. But that is just my perspective on how I've seen you interact with our other sisters. Yeah. And how I've seen you get on in the world. When we have done gigs together with promoters, working with people on television, that has been my perception of you and how I've seen you.
Yeah.
So to see people come out and say that you are a narcissist, you're doing all these things, I'm like, that's just not the Shea Couleé that I know.
Yeah. I have had to learn and be at peace with the fact that you can you can have relationships with people, you can spend time with them, create memories, and have a very specific experience with them. And they can be existing in a completely different reality than the one that you're in.
Yeah.
Like because obviously one thing I do want to clear up and make perfectly clear, they did not drop the name the name drop them.
Okay. Yeah. 'Cause that's what this industry is like. We dropped the name and we chopped to her.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Okay. I was like, all right. But for me, it really just got to a point where I felt like the dynamics were just not, they weren't positive. They weren't affirming, you know, it didn't feel safe. It didn't feel lovely. And I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, all I wanted to do was help the girls and be somebody that could be a mentor for them, because I didn't have a drag mother. I didn't have somebody in my corner prior to Drag Race, just like, you know, pouring into me and like helping me to be a better version of myself.
Yeah.
And all I ever really wanted for them and from them was for them to show up and be their best selves and feel safe enough and comfortable enough with me to know that I really did have their best interests at heart.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the quiet part out loud that I know was because I had a conversation with one of our drag sisters. Because she was friends with them prior to getting on the show.
Got it.
And she was like, you know, they had painted a very specific picture of you to me.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, really? And she's like, but then I got to know you and you are not like what they said. And she was like, I really do feel that they expected that because they had your name, that it would be a fast track for them to get on Drag Race. And when it didn't happen for them, they began to resent me. And I really do think that that is true. And I auditioned 5 times. It took me a long time. And I would try to like give them advice on how I felt that they could improve on their audition process and things like that. But I don't know where we went left to where what I was trying to provide as like critique was viewed as criticism.
Got it.
And I was just trying to, you know, help a girl out.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been through this. I want you to, you know, do well. I want you to succeed.
Yeah.
But, you know, ultimately, it's just like we grew apart. And we got to a place where I was just like, I don't think that this is sustainable anymore. And I was just like, I just don't think that it is helpful or good for any of us to be in a situation where, you know, I don't feel comfortable with y'all and y'all don't feel comfortable with me.
Is it,
you know?
is it beyond repair?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's no going back. And like, here's the thing. I you know, wish them well. Like I really do. I don't bear any ill will towards them. It was really hurtful to see the things that they were saying about me online.
Yeah.
But you know, to be called a narcissist and a bitch in psychosis, you know. And
you're an energy leech. You're sucking on the energy of them. Yeah.
You know, and because I do go to therapy. We processed that. We worked it out. And I have set them free, you know, like to go on and be able to forge their own paths. And I think too, for them, hopefully it will be a much easier experience and a walk for them not to feel like they're living under anybody else's shadow, you know?
Something I want to ask, I've asked this to Trixie and Bob and stuff. I'm curious what your take is. What do you think about the constant like tug of war between drag as art and drag as entertainment? Like, I feel like, you know, as, you know, girls are doing our thing, doing our big one in TV, film, podcast, whatever, like how, like, I'm trying to figure out like what is the most successful way and how, as I keep on going on in this career, like navigating this drag as art, but it's also entertaining people and like finding that line and that balance. How do you navigate that?
I think what I'm focusing on right now is to reframe the like metrics of what we define as successful or as engaging. You know, with social media, we're so fixated on the numbers and the metrics and the likes and the engagement.
Girl.
But what about the like silent engagement? What about the impact? What about people seeing your stuff and walking away feeling joy from it?
Mhm.
You know, like we can't measure that necessarily, but that still is an impact that is out there. And I think what I'm trying to focus on more is like, okay, how does my drag leave an impression, an impact, inspire people versus just like turning out likes and reshares and all of that? Because I feel like after a while, especially when you get in this business and people are considering you for jobs and work and they want to, you know, get your social media metrics and see like how many people like it, you get so consumed by that and wanting to just like, okay, I need to get these numbers, I need to get this up, and that you start to lose what made you do this in the first place. And for me, it was this sense of joy that I was exploring and unpacking parts of myself that I had never really quite tapped into before.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I want to focus on as far as drag being art versus entertainment. I want it to be something that is entertaining, but also has that artistic impact that you can't really measure. You know, that's just a feeling.
Fierce. See this bitch. Great. You have now you up in these DJ streets.
Yes.
Tell because I know that you have great taste in music. Shea is the one that put me on after we did All Star 7. Because we had the Supernova lip sync. And then afterwards we were like back in the workroom, D-Drag or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I love that song. That New Cali song was dope. And Shea was like, what do you mean, girl? She was like, no, you said like, I told me like the whole album was good. I was like, what whole album? You like, Monét. When we leave here and you get your phone, I need you to download the disco album by Kylie Minogue, and then let me know. Then we'll talk.
Yes.
And then bitch just like on my phone, I was like, the disco album Change by PH Ballads. It was so good. So I've always trusted your thoughts and opinions about music. So tell us, and I want to come see a Shea DJ set because I know it's transcendent.
It's so much fun. It's a different way to set a vibe in the room. It's fun because I feel like, I don't know if it's the same for you, but when I'm like performing, whether it's like lip syncing, dancing, singing live, it's like, I don't know, I kind of have a little bit of this like out-of-body experience. And there's something about DJing that makes me a little bit more present because I'm able to like look out and like really be able to see the way that the music is affecting the people in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just love it. And I love when you're doing like, when you know what's coming up, right? You know what's coming up. You're working that little transition. And then the beat drops and you see somebody in the audience go, oh.
Literally,
girl,
so good.
It's so powerful.
Good.
I'm like, yes, dance that ass off. You better shake that ass.
Like I am making y'all. I am the reason why you're having a good time. Like I am like to see like how like what my thoughts and opinions about what should come next and how we should, like, how that's making you have fun. That is such a powerful experience.
Yes.
I love
the technical aspect is challenging.
It is.
It's really the organization of the music files themselves.
Girl. That part.
Oh my God. Who them jump drives sometimes be a mess.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be plugging it because also it's like sometimes they get a little when you have them in the decks, and then like even though you do the little like eject and you go to plug it in, sometimes them files have been like
yeah, they shift.
You get to the next gig and you're like, oh, and you're like, where's that song? Where's that song?
Yeah.
Where's it?
Somebody that's good too is this is not Shea. And I've told her this. I was surprised. Like I did Palm Springs Pride 2 years ago, and Violet was DJing for a party at Ace Hotel, and I was like, oh, let's see what Violet got going on. Violet?
Yeah.
Like I was like,
no,
okay,
Violet turns the party. I want more girls to get into their DJ thing. Because I think it's fun to see girls like music tastes be explored and put out. And I love music. I love hearing new music. And so I think that's one thing that's like fun, because it's like, your girls are DJing and they'll just kind of like pull some, B-side, some little cut that you've never heard of before. And, and you gotta get your little Shazam out. Like, what is this? I love that. So I do want more other girls to get into the DJing gig. It's fun.
Well, speaking of music, Shea, when's the next project, girl?
Ooh, okay, so we gonna finish this Christmas tour, and then start a 2026. Girl, we getting in the kitchen and we cooking.
Fierce.
I already have like one single that I've been working on. And it's so funny because, and this is one thing that I love about making music too, because sometimes it's like you'll do something and then you'll just kind of like let that sit. And then all of a sudden it's like be lifing.
Hello.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is gonna make so much more sense. This is gonna make so much, this applies now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm looking forward to 2026. 2025 has been full of ups and downs. Oh my God, girl. I mean, this administration and everything. Girl, this has been the longest 8 years. These 10 months have felt like 8 years. And I'm just all like, okay. But the witches that I know and that I follow, they said February.
I will say, can I just say, that is also what I love about you so much, is that you and we be in these reposting, sharing, and everything I'm about to go repost, I'm like, there goes Shea Little Bubble. She's already sharing it already. Every single time I'm like, yes, girl, be loud. And I think kind of similar to what Renaissance did, after we are through this nightmare of everything going on, we will need to celebrate.
Yes.
And then so hopefully that's coming very soon.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I'm just like, art is important now too, because I'm just like, we need those moments of escape and of inspiration. Like for me, like these past 2 months have been really just like tumultuous personally for like multiple different reasons. And Jade Thirlwall's album, that Showbiz Baby.
I don't know what that is.
Jade from Lil Mix.
Oh no, yeah, I don't.
Oh
really?
My God! So this is gonna be our disco of 2025.
Okay, let me write it down.
That Showbiz Baby. Oh my
let me write it down
God!
before I forget. Jade Thirlwall.
Yes. It is so.
What's the vibe?
Pop perfection.
Okay.
Pop perfection. She curated the out of that album. It is so, girl. Okay, my big three are Unconditional, Into Self-Saboteur, Into Lip Service. Baby, the transitions in those three, just like, and I was like, yeah, okay. I love Jade Thirlwall, love the album. And so for me, I was just so like, it just gave me life. I was like, I've been going through it, but but this album is just giving me life. And that's why art is important in these times.
It really is.
Yeah, truly. I'm just like thankful for, the people that still continue to put out amazing things in spite of all the challenges that we all as artists face,
Yeah.
It's not easy. I think people, they see, because we like to show them all the wins and the successes. We don't be putting our failures out there.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
Who wants to do that?
Yeah, no.
But those happen so much more than the successes. And 100%. I don't think people realize that it is a real struggle to maintain as an artist. And so I just always have so much respect and admiration for people who continue to like push through and work their craft.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, this has been my good sister, my girl, my good Judy, Miss Shea Couleé. Shea, thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, bitch, yes.
Swinging on by here. I know the doll is busy, but you blocked a little hour for us, so I really appreciate it. I love you so
I'm
much.
So excited that I could be here. Like, I've been waiting to get on this couch.
I've been waiting for this.
Yes.
Some song, they was skinny hoe. And I'm on a tempo. I need a thick, I need a tempo. Hey.
Suck it up for the tempo. Bitty, 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 bitty.
Y'all, this is Shea Couleé. We'll see y'all next time. Thank God she was here.
Peace.
Monét Talks.